Good afternoon to you. Thank you for staying tuned. I am Godwin Asuquo with your news update, your midday news rounds at 12. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says residents in Abuja should expect another wave of infrastructure projects as the FCT administration intensifies efforts to improve roads, satellite towns, and public facilities. Speaking during his monthly media briefing, Wike said the ongoing transformation of the nation's capital is aimed at improving the quality of life and attracting greater investment. He maintained that the administration remains committed to completing ongoing projects on schedule, stressing that development is extending beyond the city center to area councils and satellite communities. Momentum is building for state policing in the country. The Chief of Staff told the President, Femi Bajabiamila, says a draft constitutional amendment bill will be submitted to President Tinubu come September the 3rd. The proposed legislation is expected to redefine policing responsibilities across the country. Bajabiamila said the reform is designed to improve security by allowing states to establish and manage their own police services under constitutional safeguards. The painful aftermath of the recent xenophobic attacks in South Africa continues to unfold as scores of Nigerian returnees recount harrowing experiences of losing everything they worked for. The returnees are now appealing to the federal government, humanitarian agencies, and well meaning Nigerians for urgent support to help them rebuild their lives. Many say their shops were looted and burnt, homes destroyed, and livelihoods wiped out before they fled the violence, returning to Nigeria with little more than the clothes they were wearing. Their plea comes as Nigeria and South Africa continue diplomatic engagements, with Pretoria pledging to prosecute those behind the attacks, while Abuja compiles claims for compensation over properties and businesses destroyed during the unrest. Let's now take you to Ebonyi State, where the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, has taken a swipe at alleged attacks on its members, on journalists and residents, called on security agencies to take immediate action ahead of the 2027 general elections. The party expressed concern over what it described as growing political tension in the state. It said the alleged incidents threaten the safety of citizens and could undermine public confidence in the electoral process if left unchecked. The PDP urged security agencies to investigate the claims and ensure that those responsible are brought to justice. It may not be business as usual in Taraba State as the governor has signed into law a bill criminalizing political thuggery. Governor Kefa said, the end of violence, the era of violence, intimidation, and hired political gangs has no place in the state's democratic process. He said the legislation underscores his administration's resolve to ensure that elections are decided by the ballot, not by brute force. The federal government has launched a nationwide 1,000-day campaign aimed at improving maternal and child nutrition during pregnancy and the first 2 years of a child's life. Health authorities describe the period as critical for healthy growth, brain development, and long-term well-being. The campaign will promote exclusive breastfeeding, balanced nutrition, and improved health care for mothers and infants. Reports say the initiative forms part of strategies to reduce child malnutrition and improve survival rates across the country. In business, trading on the Nigerian exchange opened the new month on a strong footing, with investors recording gains of about 288 billion naira in market capitalization. The rally was driven largely by renewed buying interest in banking, industrial, and consumer goods stock. Market analysts say the positive performance reflects growing investor confidence despite prevailing economic challenges. They, however, advised investors to remain cautious as market movements continue to respond to corporate earnings and government policy decisions. On the foreign scene, Cairo shook, chandeliers swung, phones buzzed, and residents poured into the streets as a 5.5 magnitude earthquake rattled the capital and delta regions. The tremor was widely felt across Cairo, Ismailia, and Mataro, with videos showing office buildings swaying and people evacuating homes. In the middle of the evening, Egypt's National Research Institute of Astronomy and Geophysics said the quake originated in Turkey, that's about 600 kilometers from North's Massa Metro, and was felt in several Egyptian cities. Those were your midday news rounds. Thank you for listening, and do remember to stay connected with us by following Citizens Voice FM on all our social media platforms at Citizens Voice 971 FM for the latest news, updates, live videos, and exciting content. Follow, like, share, and be part of the conversation. See you online.
97.1 Citizens Voice. Speak up.